Werewolf at Night, out on Disney Plus, new entry in the MCU, which is its own special thing. It's not a TV show, but it's also not being called a regular movie either, but rather a special presentation. It's a 52-minute long thing directed by Michael Giacchino, an acclaimed Oscar-winning composer. And essentially, it's a love letter to the old black and white creature films made by Universal in the early 20th century. All of those movies about vampires, mummies, werewolves, Frankensteins, mysterious creatures. This pays homage to them and attempts to do a fun thing within the confines of that concept. The story is quite simple. An old monster hunter dies, and as a sort of last rites ritual, other hunters gather in his mansion to take place in a ceremonial hunt. Whoever kills the monster that is released in the gardens will get the Bloodstone, which is this powerful weapon and a symbol of power, and becomes the de facto new leader of this little community. But what the hunters don't know is that one of them has a secret of his own and can turn into a monster himself. And you'll never guess what kind of a monster. Just joking, it's all in the title. Anyway, it's not a film that's... I'm gonna call it a film, by the way. It's not a film that's designed to surprise you with its story, but rather its execution. And that it certainly does. First of all, it's by far the most unique thing done by the MCU thus far, even though for now it seems fairly disconnected from the larger universe. It's shot in black and white with digital camera pretending to be old film cameras with these occasional visual artifacts showing up on screen as if the film was damaged. It features music that resembles the old era of Hollywood, and it also uses a lot of its cinematic tools. Practical effects and playing with shadows come to mind especially. The characters are well drawn and fun, particularly Jack, who I liked from minute one. I do think Elsa Bloodstone, who's the second main character, she was a bit too brooding and serious to me, especially considering the character in the comic book to be pretty exuberant and fun usually. But it's a minor concern really. The action scenes are good, the choreography of the fights just so. I like the fact that it's pretty brutal, especially compared to the usual MCU stuff. In fact, apparently making it black and white was a conscious way to hide all the blood and avoid an R rating, so that should give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. That's pretty much it. It's short, concise, self-contained, but it's very good at what it does, which is to create a fun homage to classic horror movies that still manages to stand on its own two legs. It's a cool little thing, and I wish the MCU would do more weird stuff like this one.